and thanks so much for joining me on Thursday, my regular posting day. Today we are talking about the list, and that is just a haul and favorites together in a few different categories. So the first category is research. What are those new things that I purchased that I'm testing out so I can share the results with you on first impressions, things like that. Second is renew. So what are the things that I'm constantly repurchasing because I rely on them to perform, and they do. The third is replace. What are the new things to me that have replaced my favorites? And then finally, we've got rediscover. What are the things in my collection that I've rediscovered and I'm loving this month? If you'd like to see what those things are, please keep watching. First up, with tax season coming up and some pretty big purchases in the last few months because of sales and holidays, etc., I'm going on kind of like a streamlined, minimalist approach when it comes to purchasing things. So I've got 2 items in the research category for this month. And that is, and they're not inexpensive items, so I did spend a little bit, but I didn't buy as many things. So the first is by Tom Ford. It is the Shade and Illuminate Lips. Now, I was really curious about this. I don't know how I feel about ombre lips, but this color was pretty subtle, so I thought I would give it a try. Look how beautiful. It looks like an eyeshadow, so I'm really curious how this is going to work out, and this is an automatic. I know that Brittany and Hazelwood on Instagram, you commented that you bought Impulse and love it, so I'm really curious to see how this works out. I will definitely be doing a video on this very soon to let you know how it works. I've just been looking at it every day, like it looks so pretty, but I wanted to try it on camera with you, so I'm waiting to try that out. The next research item is something that I ordered, gosh, maybe 3 months ago, and it never came. I ordered it from Neiman Marcus and finally they just canceled my order, but it's by Chanel, and this came back into stock. It's, oh gosh, 268 Candeur et d'Expérience. I don't know, I think that's not right, but it is the Quad by Chanel. Did open it today because I wanted to try it out and see how best to use it, so I could do a little tutorial for you. I think on the hooded eyes might be interesting because I am enjoying that patting motion that I mentioned last week, and these are all matte. So I think they only have 2 or a very limited selection of all matte quads. So this is it. It is really beautiful. I was talking to the man at the counter and he said, for mature eyes, sometimes this can be a tricky color to pull off because it just looks red and makes you look tired. And I agree, because I will have some redness around my eyes that makes me look tired. But I think if you're strategic, like I just added it to a couple places, you can really make it work. And I noticed that in some of the things I've been reading, this red eye makeup is still something that's happening this year. So I thought I would try and find a way to make it more user-friendly, so I'm going to do a video on that as well. That is it for research. I just have a couple of things I'm researching this month. Next up, we've got Renew, and I won't talk too much about this first Renew product because they are the SHISEIDO facial cotton pads that I've talked about quite a bit. I still am repurchasing these because I love them, and I haven't found anything that compares, and they last quite a long time. I think they were like $9 for that whole thing. Next up, we've got the Jack Black Power Peel Multi-Acid Resurfacing Pads, which I just needed some more of, so I bought one more of those. I love them. I use them every night. It says Age Control Pro Series. Smooth skin texture, helps even skin tone, and reduces the visible signs of aging. Again, I think this is marketed towards men, but I love it, so I use them. Next thing is my favorite toner. It's a moisturizing lotion by UEMURA, Depsea Hydrability. Love this. I use this once I wash my face. So after the shower where I wash my face, I follow up with this. And it definitely brings back moisture to the skin, because I think when you wash it, you definitely get some moisture stripped away, so that replaces it really quickly. Another item by UEMURA. You can tell I love UEMURA skin products. It is the Depsea Hydrability Alnight Quench, and this is something that I use in the evening. It's a micro retexturizing SOS moisture essence. So I do follow up with that. Is like my like 3rd or 4th step. I know I still have to do a skincare thing, but I am kind of restructuring, redoing things, so you'll see in a little bit what I'm talking about, maybe in a month or so. I'll give you more details, but I will definitely film that for you. And then finally, we've got the UEMURA Tsuya Skin Youthful Vita-Glow Activator, which I use in the morning and the evening, and they used to have a larger size. I don't know, I wasn't able to find it, but I do use this every day in the morning and evening. And those are all my Renew items. Next up, we've got Replace. What are the things that I have replaced in terms of my favorites? And I used to use the Laura Mercier Radiance Primer. I think that's what it was. It had some shimmer in it, which was really nice, and makeup actually adhered to it really well. So I use that on a daily basis. But since I got this, the By Terry Cellularose Brightening CC Serum, I've been using this every day. So I moisturize, I put sunscreen on, and then I follow up with this. Because my sunscreen leaves a little bit of a white cast, this actually helps bring my skin back to its more normal color and also gives it a little shimmer. I used this in last week's video. You can see I had the Guerlain primer and this on top, and I can actually go out with this and a little bit of powder on without concealer. So that's pretty great because I love my concealer, especially on the dark spots of my face, but this blurs it enough that you don't notice those dark spots as easily. Doesn't totally mask them, but that's fine because it's just every day. So I love this. Love it, love it. The next thing is another By Terry item, and yes, you can tell it's like really been used. It's the Glow Expert Duo Stick, and I've been traveling quite a bit. Oh, it got stuck in there. I hate when that happens. Look, it's like empty and stuck. That is not good. I don't know why. Oh no. Well, I gotta fish this out of there. Shoot, I hate when that happens. Okay, well, I'll have to like dig that out with a knife and stick it back in. But it has been my go-to in terms of just adding a little bit of color. As I said, I've been traveling quite a bit, so I've been taking this, and I actually use this as eyeshadow too. So eyeshadow, bronzer, a little bit of shimmer with this, and a little bit of powder, concealer under the eyes. That's it for my face. Been loving this so much. So this has replaced, I mean, in terms of a daily thing, it's kind of replaced bronzer, highlighter, blush, and eyeshadow. It's replaced all of those things in terms of really quick makeup and travel. Love it. Another replace. My favorite foundation. I know this was just last week, but my favorite foundation brush is now this. I love it. It just has everything go on easily. It is just amazing. I love this. Yeah, it's really good. I will link videos below to all of these things that I've been talking about that I said I've used at some point or the other in a more in-depth kind of explanation where I do a try on, let you see how they work. So I will link all those below. Another replace for my daily lip like gloss. I don't really love lip glosses because I think I don't need so much shine on my lips, but this color is so beautiful. It is the By Terry, oh gosh, what do you call it? Spicy Crush that I talked about in a haul. I love this. It is so beautiful, and it does change. I have some lipstick on underneath, but it is really gorgeous. So I will try and post a picture of this sometime on Instagram that shows the true color so you can see what it looks like. These lights definitely influence the way it looks in natural light, so I will post it. That is beautiful. And then I have this brush, which is kind of strange because it came in a palette. I do not love brushes that come in palettes, but it has replaced my eyeshadow brush. I love patting on my eyeshadow with this. It just, this shape is really nice. It's tapered, it's flat, it picks up color really nicely. So I should probably see if they sell these individually, but it's one of these two-sided things that just came in my shoe palette. I love this though. And I think that is it for replace. I think that's it. I've got the Laguna liquid bronzer. So if I do have more time and I'm not traveling, instead of using this for bronzer, I will use this and just a synthetic brush. I used this for the glowy makeup tutorial, and here it is. It's just, it is a liquid. It is really beautiful. So really natural, goes on sheer. I love this. It blends really nicely with the skin, and it doesn't look like there's anything sitting on your skin. Glad I did that glowy makeup routine just to show you how it looks, and then remembered I had this. So as we're going to warmer weather, hopefully this is something that you might want to look into just to bronze up the exterior of the face in a really sheer, kind of transparent, translucent kind of finish. Really gorgeous. So I think that is it for my haul and favorites this month. It is March coming up next. Lots of things happening in March. I will keep you updated on all of those things. I know that doesn't give you much information and just leaves you really curious, but hopefully you'll come back and I will be able to tell you some more details as we get into it. So if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next Thursday. Thank you. Hi, and thanks so much for joining me this month and repurchased. Hi, thanks so much for... There's the shade... Jack Black Power Peel Multi-Acid But since I got this, the By Terry's... But since I get... Wow. Finally... Do we have a finally?